Last chance for the fast men at the UAE Tour. Just one stage after this, running up to Jabal Hafit, big climbing day to decide the title. But this, the last one for the sprinters to show their credentials. Would the lead-out trains hold it together on the highway at the end? 2 intermediate sprints along the way, leaving the Warner Brothers world and heading indeed inexorably to the Abu Dhabi breakwater. Well, 3 riders went for the breakaway. Of course, it included Zuccarello, Ed Planckaert in the black jersey, and Larry Warbasse. Planckaert taking the first of the intermediate sprints. The trio stayed out there in punishing temperatures around 33 Celsius, and in the end the second intermediate sprint was not contested. Planckaert taking that as well, and virtually securing the black jersey with 1 stage to go. "Help yourself," said Zuccarello. Larry Warbasse almost a passenger as part of proceedings here. Warbasse was to be last man standing from the breakaway when it was finally tagged on the approach to home. Well, with so much sprint talent here, and indeed all unique winners day by day, it was always going to be a difficult choice. Caleb Ewan with a strong lead-out train, but disturbed over the last couple of days, as had Mark Cavendish been for Astana, Kazakhstan, and Sam Bennett has not won a stage to this point either. Would they manage to string it together on this day? Well, nerves just starting to fray a little bit. The last 2 kilometres, real pinch points, and indeed some rather technical approach roads as well. Getting yourself into position was always going to be a difficult task, especially at the very last. The swooping curves, Evenepoel himself was up towards the front, believing that was the safest place to be, and in so doing offered up Tim Merlier a little bit of respite, power in the legs you might say. We weren't going to see Mark Cavendish, sadly. Rear puncture very, very late on, did for his ambitions. And Caleb Ewan was boxed and harried yet again. So many were. So how would it unwind? Calling for pace, Dylan Groenewegen, who'd won on Friday. He wanted room to play. So did Sam Bennett. There wasn't much around. Look at the green jersey, though, on the shoulders of Tim Merlier. It opened up on the barrier side, left hand. He threw down, and indeed the gauntlet to everybody else. "Catch me if you can," said Merlier, and delivered beautifully. He and Sam Bennett with a full back length on the pursuers. Groenewegen done out of it. Sam Bennett, well, not happy with second place, but Tim Merlier, absolutely supreme. Just look at the way it opened up for him. They'd done a recce at Soudal Quick Step, and it clearly paid dividends. He knew which side of the road to go. Swooping to victory, his second of the race. Merlier almost secure in green as well. Sam Bennett second behind. Then came Groenewegen, Coy, Gaviria, Klein, Welsford. Staying in red, Remco Evenepoel with 1 stage to go. Safe out front, you might say. Well, let's see. It's tight at the top. Jabal Hafit awaits. Evenepoel leads Platt by 9 seconds, Bilbao by 13, and then it's a minute bar those. We've got a great finale coming. A proper hockey stick of a stage. Short at 153 kilometres, but just look what lies at the end of it. Jabal Hafit to decide our winner. Likely to be Evenepoel, but he will be pressured. You can bet your life. The UAE Tour beguiles. 1 more stage to go to find our champion.